Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Chase. Today we're kicking off a brand new series, When People Messed with the Wrong Cops, where every dumb move instantly triggers justice mode. Alright, let's dive in. Bexar County, Texas. A violent chase ended in a deadly shootout between police and 33-year-old Ernest Manuel Montelongo. The incident began on February 18th during a traffic stop when Montelongo allegedly gave a false name and suddenly fled, triggering a rapidly escalating pursuit.
This road got front-end damage. Just blew through the intersection at Zool Road, getting back up on 10. He's back number 2 lane, just really slow. Okay.
For a brief moment, officers lost track of the suspect, but a DPS helicopter quickly reacquired him as he sped through multiple roads and even drove against traffic on Interstate 10 with a flat tire, endangering countless lives. The chase ended when 2 officers cornered him on a highway in East Bexar County.
10, 15, 18.
Hey, the Guadalupe troop, this 107, how far behind are you guys?
6631 to 107. We're underneath 1518 right now. I'm on 10. Got another unit on the access road.
Okay, 10-4. He's still slow rolling it, coming up to Frutenberg Road, still on the access. Heads up, guys. He looks like he's getting out. He's under the floorboard, guys. Under the floorboard. Be careful. Be careful. Under the floorboard, guys. Watch it, taking up a defensive position, guys.
Within seconds, the situation turned into a shootout after Montelongo refused to surrender. Gunfire was exchanged, leaving both him and a DPS officer wounded.
Shots fired, troop down, let's get EMS en route. Troops down, got a handgun, troops down. It's gonna be a
The officer was airlifted to University Hospital and survived, while Montelongo died the next day, ending the pursuit under flashing lights and the roar of helicopters.
107, will you be taking them to SAMC so that we can notify them?
Little Rock, Arkansas, August 17th, 2023. A stolen white Chevrolet Silverado triggered a chase through Little Rock. Officers quickly caught up with the fleeing pickup truck on Interstate 430 as the pursuit unfolded in heavy afternoon traffic.
Still 70.
Okay, you're good. He's fine now.
There's a car on the shoulder up here. Right up here.
Minutes later, officers executed a tactical maneuver, causing the Silverado to veer off the road, roll down a slope, and flip over into the trees. Despite the serious crash, driver Alex Whitaker repeatedly refused orders to exit the overturned truck.
We can round this other side. Hey, John, let me see your hands!
Officers smashed the rear window to see through the tinted glass and continued to order her to surrender, but she refused to come out. After pepper spray proved ineffective, officers climbed into the damaged Silverado and forcibly pulled Whitaker out, finally ending the chaotic chase along the tree-lined highway. Arkansas, February 23, 2023. A routine license plate check on Highway 271 quickly turned into a dangerous high-speed chase after a traffic officer spotted an orange Range Rover with license plates belonging to another vehicle. As soon as the emergency lights came on, the SUV sped away, heading north at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour.
They're still northbound, coming up on Harbor.
271 in Harbor, heading north. Mercy Harbor.
The chase intensified on Interstate 540 when driver Travis Bailey weaved through traffic at nearly 120 miles per hour, veering off the road and forcing unsuspecting drivers to change lanes to avoid a collision.
He's weaving in and out of the traffic.
Even after a spike strip damaged his tires, Bailey continued his escape through Crawford County, running red lights and driving around corners in the opposite lane.
Are you going with me? Yeah.
The pursuit ultimately failed near East Main on Highway 162 after additional barricades neutralized the Range Rover. Bailey jumped out of the vehicle and attempted a frantic escape, leaping over the hood of a patrol car before officers used a taser to subdue him. Investigators later discovered Bailey was driving with a suspended license and had multiple outstanding arrest warrants, turning the stop for fake license plates into another failed reckless escape attempt.
Copy 1015.
Times 2, next at 1011.
1015 times 2 next. I saw that guy in all black right here.
Los Angeles, California, November 17th, 2025. A routine incident involving a call reporting an armed assault near Northgate Avenue quickly escalated into a tense police-related shootout after officers confronted Marcus Hayes, 27, who allegedly carried a handgun.
6 on the suspect. Give me a backup, 415 man with a gun. We're right in front of Nate's Cafe. Lift up your hands! Hands in the air! All the way up! All the way up! All the way up!
you leave me alone, dog, I'm off probation.
Hey, don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't reach for it! Okay, we gotta go less lethal. Okay. Go!
Hey! He's got a gun, he's got a gun,
He's got a gun, guys!
Way 5, he's northbound Northgate, 83.
As officers arrived, Hayes ran past them, leading to a chase through nearby apartment buildings before returning to Northgate Avenue. Hayes stopped, turned toward officers with the gun still in his hand, and ignored repeated orders to drop the weapon. But then he raised the handgun and fired at officers, escalating the confrontation in seconds.
Drop it now, I'm gonna shoot you. Drop it, it's all right. It's all right, drop it now. Drop it now, it's okay. I'm gonna help you, hey. It's not a big deal, nothing happened, hey. Nothing happened, you're not in trouble. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro, hey. I'm gonna take care of you, bro. Hey, you're fine, hey. Let me help you. Let me help you.
All you need is officer needs help.
Drop it now! Shots fired, officer.
Minutes later, Hayes threw the gun to the street and raised his hands, but he continued to resist and attempted to attack them as they approached to apprehend him. Officers subdued him to the ground and made the arrest without further incident.
I got it.
Despite the exchange of gunfire, Hayes was not hit by bullets, and no police officers or civilians were injured. Police later recovered a loaded 9mm handgun with a 15-round magazine at the scene, ending the violent standoff under the flashing patrol lights on Northgate Avenue. Gwinnett County, Georgia, January 20th, 2026. What was initially reported as a robbery at an apartment in Duluth quickly escalated into a much larger criminal investigation. When police arrived at Satellite Point, 28-year-old Chengze Lee let them into the apartment, claiming a burglary was underway. Minutes later, officers heard the sound of breaking glass before 40-year-old Dominique Gray emerged from a room with a bleeding hand wound.
Gwinnett County Police, come out with your hands up!
Gray ignored orders and threw a phone at the officers, prompting them to use a taser and arrest him.
Put your hands up! You're on the ground right now! Taser. Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up right now! Taser.
He was subsequently charged with armed robbery, aggravated assault, kidnapping, unlawful imprisonment, reckless conduct, and illegal possession of a weapon.
Who are you? Who are you? Are you okay? Okay. Is there anybody else with you? No? Okay. Just stay right there for me, okay? Okay? Just stay right there. Shake.
As detectives investigated further, they alleged Lee was operating the apartment as a prostitution establishment. Police said Lee was found hiding inside during the raid and recaptured on charges including pimping, human trafficking, and possession of weapons while committing a crime. He remains in custody without bail.
I'm wondering if you threw the gun out the window.
Out the window?
The The incident began with a report of 2 stolen Teslas, quickly escalating into a high-speed chase on Interstate 40.
One just took the exit. Alright, one's coming at you.
Units of Arkansas State Police's Division D, led by Corporal Tanner Hess and Sergeant James Collins, engaged as the 2 vehicles split up, one fleeing, the other speeding past at over 100 miles per hour through heavy truck traffic.
Yeah, eastbound on 40.
79-8, looks like 24 is with it.
Alright, traffic stopping up here, be careful.
A barbed wire fence struck its target, tearing through the Tesla's tires, but the driver refused to surrender. The car continued to roll on the rims, sparks flying, smoke billowing.
Yeah, somebody's likely still in the overrider.
Go 40 on the shoulder, east on 40. Hold traffic, hit it.
TBI, unsuccessful, go again.
Unsuccessful, go again, go again.
Alright.
Yeah, wait.
Police repeatedly attempted to stop the vehicle with cameras. Each time, the suspect swerved or resisted the impact, the car nearly shattering but still moving.
Alright, TBI, unsuccessful, 24 hours.
Unsuccessful, 24 hours, hit it.
I got it, busted that tire.
Then the decisive moment arrived. Near the Memphis exit, police suddenly rammed into the side. This time the Tesla lost control, spun violently, and crashed into the concrete median.
He hit 24's car. I rammed him.
In seconds, the driver jumped out, crossed the overpass barrier, and disappeared into the woods below, escaping the crash, but leaving behind a wrecked car and a relentless chase.
Just took the 242.
Forest City. On a Sunday afternoon, a routine traffic violation quickly escalated into a deadly high-speed chase. Around 4:35 p.m., an Arkansas State Highway Patrol officer attempted to stop 19-year-old John Bomar, who was driving recklessly and endangering others. Instead of stopping, Bomar sped away, plunging the situation into a dangerous pursuit.
My radio quit. I'm 1037, passing on double yellow. Traffic light, speed 65, accelerating. 4 coming up on a little bit of traffic. It's still, I would say it's light on the northbound side. I've got green lights. Coming past McDonald's on almost to the interstate.
The chase intensified when Bomar exited Interstate 40 at Forest City and sped north on Arkansas Highway 1, exceeding 100 miles per hour. The gap narrowed, and tension increased with each mile as the danger to the public grew.
Alright, 31, if you'll get with me, if I get a chance, I'll pit him.
I'll call it 17.
Traffic's light, 13 is going to try to beat him here, coming into COPSCAM.
Near the border between St. Francis and Cross counties, the chase reached a deadlock. An officer executed a precise maneuver, forcing the vehicle off the road and into a nearby field.
Start at 1016, start at 1016. Driver! Driver! Driver!
Soldiers and support officers rushed in, administering first aid. Bomar was transported to a hospital in Wynn, where he was pronounced dead later. The incident is currently under review, with investigators submitting their findings to prosecutors to determine whether the use of force complied with Arkansas law, bringing to a close a chase that ended tragically.
Okay. Hands are clear. They're clear. Hey, buddy. Over that.
On April 10th, 2020, a black Dodge Ram sped through a red light, refusing to stop when Arkansas police attempted to pull it over. What started as a routine traffic stop quickly spiraled into a high-speed pursuit, one that would tragically cost the driver his life.
Is in the car at 1019.
The driver had no intention of surrendering, aggressively weaving through heavy traffic, even driving in the median and ignoring the police's repeated attempts to bring the chase to an end. His reckless behavior made the pursuit more dangerous with each passing minute.
I'm back in the lead and we're going east on 0th Street.
Here's the brake taking you. Just go stop as soon as there's an opening. Taking you. Just go stop as soon as there's an opening on the highway. Getting stopped.
In an effort to stop the vehicle, a trooper executed a high-speed pit maneuver at 110 miles per hour, which sent the truck flipping and launched the police cruiser into the air. The trooper was rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, while the driver was tragically declared dead at the scene. On August 1st, 2021, near Moreland Avenue and I-20, Corporal R. Youngblood received an LPR alert on a black Jeep SUV displaying a tag registered to a different vehicle. After confirming the mismatch, he attempted a stop, but the driver, later identified as Derek Alexander, exited at Glenwood Avenue and suddenly fled. What followed was a reckless high-speed run through city streets. Alexander blew lights and stop signs, drove into oncoming lanes, and launched over speed bumps, showing complete disregard for traffic and pedestrians. He cut through Wilkinson, Memorial, and Hosea L. Williams Drive, repeatedly risking head-on collisions as the pursuit stretched for miles. A pit maneuver briefly slowed him, but he recovered and pushed back onto I-20, weaving through traffic at speed. The chase finally collapsed at the Moreland Avenue exit, where a trooper blocked his path.
Get your hands up! Get your fucking hands up! Get out of the fucking car! Get out of the fucking car!
Surrounded at gunpoint, Alexander was pulled from the vehicle and arrested. The Jeep was confirmed stolen, and he was also wanted on an outstanding warrant, bringing a chaotic pursuit to a controlled end. On March 2nd, 2024 in Miami, FHP police were engaged in a breathtaking chase of a silver Ford Mustang on the highway. Despite heavy traffic, the driver recklessly swerved and sped into the emergency lane at breakneck speed in an attempt to escape. While attempting a sharp turn to shake off the pursuers, the Mustang completely lost control and crashed head-on into the median. The impact was so severe that the car was completely deformed, with debris scattered everywhere amidst thick smoke billowing from the engine compartment. Authorities immediately surrounded, apprehended, and arrested the suspect at the scene. The incident concluded with a heavy price paid for the driver's disregard for human life and the law. Florida Highway Patrol troopers discovered a stolen white Range Rover abandoned along Interstate 75 in Broward County.
Florida is going to be
originally reported stolen in Collier County. Moments later, 3 suspects jumped into a 2023 Mercedes-Benz C300 with fake license plates and sped away, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
Traffic conditions. Copy, Falcon 75, 1162 Central. At 16595. Copy 2 miles west of Flamingo Road. Temple 135, can you advise which lane?
Inside the vehicle, troopers later found burglary tools, gloves, a screwdriver, a hammer, and 3 fraudulent Florida license plates. The suspects pushed speeds up to 140 miles per hour before troopers decisively ended the chase with a precise PT maneuver.
1126 attempting to pit 381 1048.
All 3 suspects were later found hiding in nearby residential areas and taken into custody. Caleb Christopher Reed, 20, Dejon Kemen Reed, 19, and Horace Jerome Ellis, 21, now face charges including fleeing and eluding, possession of burglary tools, reckless driving, and illegal license plating. Authorities believe the group may be linked to a series of burglaries across South Florida. Minutes later, the LAPD air unit spotted the suspects skillfully maneuvering through traffic on the freeway. As patrol units closed in, officers strategically executed a traffic brake to slow down civilian vehicles and contain the situation, but Lopez refused to yield.
Just stop, man. You're not gonna go anywhere.
Let's pull to the side, man. Stop already. You're not gonna go anywhere, man. Come on.
Everyone is following possible. Shooting suspect, southbound 5, towards the 110 interchange. Extend towards the 10 freeway.
I don't want to jump down here.
He's making a mission exit off the southbound 5.
You're not gonna go anywhere.
He exited the highway and continued his reckless escape, weaving through city streets, narrowly avoiding other cars.
Correction from the southbound 5. Eastbound vision. Northbound. Beginning permission for vision units.
At that moment, officers seized the opportunity. One patrol unit struck Lopez's bicycle, sending him crashing to the pavement. Within seconds, officers surrounded him and took him into custody without further incident. A small caliber firearm was found in his possession, solidly linking him to the earlier shooting. On March 3rd, 2025, just before noon in Greenfield, Wisconsin, officers attempted to pull over a woman driving a silver Chevy Malibu, suspected of shoplifting from a Walgreens. As the officer approached her car, she suddenly sped off, sparking a dangerous high-speed chase. The suspect recklessly weaved through traffic, reaching speeds of 115 miles per hour, putting everyone on the road at extreme risk. In her desperate attempt to evade capture, she tried to squeeze between a truck and another vehicle but lost control, causing the car to spin out and come to a stop in the middle of the highway. As officers closed in to arrest her, a shocking sight unfolded.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop. Face away from me. Stay in the car. Hey, take steps to the right. Steps to the right. Yeah, listen to me. Take steps to the right.
The back door of the car flew open and a 5-year-old boy sprinted from the vehicle. Officers quickly realized there was another child inside, a scared 2-year-old girl crying in the front seat. Thankfully, both children were unharmed, as officers swiftly ensured their safety, pulling them from the car and ensuring their well-being before taking the woman into custody. On March 11th, 2022, officers from the Charles County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of a hit-and-run crash. Although the suspect had fled, a witness identified him as 50-year-old Darrell Bird. During their investigation, officers spotted Bird driving a different pickup truck from the one involved in the crash. When officers attempted to stop him, Bird initially complied, but kept the engine running and the truck rolling slowly. Suddenly he sped off, igniting a high-speed chase. pursuit tragically came to an end when Bird lost control of his truck, crashing into trees along the roadside and landing on his driver's side door. Despite efforts to assist, he suffered fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. Just before midnight on May 19th, a high-stakes pursuit unfolded in Trail County when a deputy attempted to stop a 2005 Pontiac Grand Prix, reported stolen just 15 minutes earlier from a Grand Forks gas station. The driver refused to yield, sparking a tense high-speed chase. Officers deployed tire deflation devices, blowing out the car's front tires. Though slowed, the driver maintained control and continued into a construction zone at 70 miles per hour.
Shut the door! Pull the car over! You're going to get hurt! Stop the vehicle before somebody gets hurt!
During the pursuit, the female passenger opened the door twice, prompting concerns she may have been trying to escape or was being held against her will.
Hills Road, mile marker 99, still southbound speeds of about 70. Fargo 333, I'm in better position on that first spike sector and in.
1050, 1050.
Moments later, the car veered off course, drifting between construction markers before crashing head-on into a semi. The woman was killed on impact, while the male suspect survived with non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities are now investigating whether the crash was accidental or intentional. What began as a stolen vehicle report ended in tragedy and unanswered questions.
Head on 1060.
On April 4th, 2023, in Florida, a silver Cadillac sped wildly down Highway 75 at 180 kilometers per hour. Despite the dangers amidst heavy truck traffic, the suspect repeatedly cut off other vehicles in an attempt to escape.
Back on 75 south.
Yeah, boy.
After an unsuccessful escape attempt, the suspect was cornered by police under an overpass. The precise encirclement tactic quickly stopped the vehicle, preventing the suspect from resisting. Caught with methamphetamine, the criminal confessed to fleeing out of panic. The chase ended safely, eliminating a serious threat to the community.
Just put him in the front. Don't move, don't move. Get out, we'll get the dog. Hey. I gotta let people in here. Get out! Let me do your hands! I gotta let people. Come on! Seatbelt on! Get out! Get out! Get out! Come on! Okay.
This incident demonstrates that calmness and coordinated tactics by law enforcement are key factors in controlling the situation and safely ending the pursuit.
Get him up. I'm fine. I'm